If you're going to be successful getting people involved in heating and air conditioning equipment, you got to get the phone to ring. Now let's talk about lead generation for a bit here. Because the reality is that not a lot of people in the heating and air conditioning business know how to market their companies properly. You have to give people a reason to pick up the phone in the first place. See, there are two types of leads, and you should write this down. There's two types of leads that you can get for heating and air conditioning equipment in your business. Number one is a marketed lead. A marketed lead exists as a direct result of your marketing efforts. Okay? The second lead is one that's called a tech-generated lead. That's one that comes from your technicians. And between marketed leads and tech-generated leads, the easiest ones to get are technician-generated leads because they're inside the home. They're building the relationship with the homeowner. They can share with the homeowner why the system is broken down or is going to break down and why it needs to be thought about replacing it. You need to put a thought into replacing that equipment. So you see, leads don't come easy unless you think about it. Think about generating leads in a way that your competitors aren't. Now, here's how 95% of heating and air conditioning companies go at marketed leads. They advertise a low price. That's it. That's all they do. That's all they do. They advertise a very cheap price. And usually that price is around $2,500. Okay? I challenge you today, right now, as soon as you stop watching this video, go onto Kijiji or Craigslist and just take a look and see what people are selling air conditioning equipment for. We're just at the start of air conditioning season. It's the end of April, beginning of May. And you're going to see that they're all selling their equipment for around $2,000, $2,500. Well, here's the thing. If everybody's selling it so cheap, what's the consumer going to do? They're going to look for the cheapest price because they have not been given a reason why they should buy from you. So you need to think logically about how to do a marketed lead outside of price. And you also need to think about marketing your leads in a way that is completely opposite from what your competitors are doing. Direct mail pieces are extremely effective if there is a call to action in the direct mail piece. If there's something that says that they're going to get a free gift if they have one of your comfort consultants come inside a home and give them a price on a new system, that's going to be something that can get people to pick up the phone. You see, the thing with leads is you just have to get in the house. Once you get in the house, assuming you've got a structured sales system in place, you can close. With technician-generated leads, you also need to make sure that your technicians are trained to obtain those leads ethically. They need to do a cost-benefit analysis with a homeowner when they have a repair to explain to them that, you know what, this is what the cost of the repair is. You probably should think about replacing the equipment. And by the way, your old equipment is very inefficient, so your new equipment could help pay itself off really super fast. And you need to create a structured a system where you can sit down with the homeowner and explain to them the life remaining in the system, the cost of today's repair on the system. Something that I like to call a utility overpayment. We need to analyze what the homeowner is spending right now per month on energy bills versus what they would be spending with the new system. You subtract the two and then you multiply that by 12 and that gives you an annual utility overpayment. You also need to ask the homeowner, how long do you think the system is going to last? They usually say 5 years, okay? And you multiply all that stuff together by 5 years, and at the end of it, you can show them the true total cost of keeping that equipment. And I guarantee you, if you do it that way, they're going to say, hey, how much does a new air conditioner or how much does a new furnace cost? At which point in time, you should train your technicians to pick up the phone and call somebody in your business to set up the lead, okay? Your technicians should never, ever give a ballpark price. They should just get the person interested in having someone come to the home for a free evaluation, at which point in time the person can come to the house and sell them equipment. That's really what we're talking about with generating leads. But are you doing that? Are you doing anything even remotely close to that? Or are you just one of those guys that just, throwing an ad in the paper saying, I've got air conditioning for $2,500? Because if that's what you're doing, that's what 95% of the competitors are doing. I challenge you as well, if you know about who exists in your market in the top 5%, the companies that are crushing the competition, the companies that have things like upfront pricing and all that stuff that is completely different from you, take a look at how they're advertising their companies. Take a look at what they're doing to generate leads, because you don't have to reinvent the wheel. If they're doing something successful and you want to be successful, do what they're doing, okay? Get out of price, because I have a saying, if you make it about the price, it's always going to be about the price.